Hey guys, what up and welcome to another brand new video where this one we have a little bit of Asmongold heat that's going on. Now, as you guys do or do not know on the channel, Asmongold is one of those people who definitely has the hot takes on occasion, and while sometimes I will go support his comments or takes if he actually has a good one, this one is a little bit more of a polarizing one where right now we're seeing a few content creators, one person, namely Mtashed, making a massive Twitter video calling him on out. We may react to that throughout the video, but as well a lot of VTubers and also a lot of women calling out his statement for what he set up on Twitter, basically saying that women are only good for two things and they all involve the holes down there. Now, I was kind of intriguing too, because I actually had a few of my female VTuber friends go and bring this on up and talk about it, so I thought it'd be kind of an intriguing topic to kind of see what you guys have to go and say, so I'd love to hear you guys breaking them down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, put on the notifications. We've actually had a lot of drama to go and cover, and our own Twitter and Twitch you guys like to go and follow. If not, no worries, let's go and dive on it. So if you guys have missed the context for this one, Asmongold made a somewhat intriguing comment, if you will. Now, I mean, that happens for most of these bigger content creators now these days. You could probably go and find some hot takes all over the place. But once again, sometimes there's good, sometimes there's bad, sometimes there's kind of all over the place. You know, it kind of depends. Anyway, so like there's some big drama that kind of popped up. I'm trying to go and find the initial tweet over here, and I thought it'd be a lot quicker. There we go, got it right over here. So there's a tweet over here from Polymarket. This is like a news account type thing. It's more of a betting platform. So like they just kind of just do this to market themselves. I think I own a little bit of this company because I got in, I think, on pre-IPO a little bit ago. So I think I own like a smidgen of this, like the actual company itself. More so the maker of like Polygon. So anyway, they made this tweet saying, analysis reveals female-dominated corporate roles are more vulnerable to AI automation than male roles. Basically kind of maybe saying the idea of like, this is me kind of like just assuming, I don't know, I'm trying to fill in the blanks or whatever it might be. Maybe something like HR, maybe something like marketing, maybe something like writing or like, you know, like people basically writing like email chains, like that type of stuff. Or even maybe community management, whatever it might be. Kind of that's what the tweet is alluding towards. Basically being like, you know, a lot of female corporate stuff, like I will just maybe keep on using HR as an example, is kind of like quote unquote easy. Like you have a chat GPT, you can kind of plug in like a comment being like, this happened in this workplace, who's in the wrong? And then they can decide it. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how AI would be involved in it. It's kind of like a non-issue. Anyway, the whole kind of comment over here is from Asmongold tweeting, too many fake jobs were invented to create artificial parity between men and women in the workforce. AI fixes this problem. Hopefully after this is all over, women can go back to doing what they do best. Being a mother or being a prostitute. Okay, so this definitely ruffles some feathers, and even I on my own end when I see this, I don't know. This a little bit of a weird take. I'm allowed to say this and disagree with Asmongold and not get like destroyed online, right? Dude, I know some pretty good girls. I know some pretty smart women. I know some women that are great coders. I know some women that are great artists. I know women doing some crazy stuff. And I'm not over here trying to be like, oh, I love women. Women are precious beings. They're my favorite people ever. Oh my God, women, please slide in my DMs. Women have to go through periods. Oh, that's so bad. I'm not one of those types of guys. I respect women. You know, I have sisters, I have female friends, dated people, you know, whatever. I got a mom. I don't know, like whatever it is, what it is. So for me, I read this and I'm like, ooh. So it kind of stems up too, because we'll go through some of the reactions, and like I said, some people are calling him out pretty hardcore, like Mtashed. Where people are like not happy with this, VTubers are not happy with this. A lot of VTubers are women, obviously, and some of those women are like self-employed, making their own businesses, doing art, doing singing, like building their own community, doing the same exact thing this Asmongold's guy is trying to do. Now, I'm not trying to virtue signal towards the women out there, but like it's just reality. Like, I mean, I don't like you talk to women, like there is a lot of women who do work. There's a lot of women that do their stuff. Now, do people maybe sometimes like traditional values of like building a home or being a mom or stay-at-home mom? Dude, that's totally cool if that's what you're into. I mean, if anything, that's a respectful position to be in. Like, I love families. I love people getting like making families and keeping, you know, humanity going. But at the same, or if someone wants to do sex work, dude, if you're doing that, like, do you do what you want? Do I consume it? No. Do I want to look at it? No. Will I probably talk to you? Probably not, honestly. But at the end of the day, like, you do what you got to do. I'm not against that. Like, at least in my stances on this one, I'm kind of chill with either or. Like, if you want to be a mom, be a mom. If you want to go and work, go be, like, do whatever. But it's kind of like the hot take you guys are kind of seeing right now on the Asmongold. Maybe he's doing it for the attention. Maybe he's just kind of saying, like, look at the Twitter, Twitch sphere, you know. There is a lot of girls, a lot of OnlyFans out there, Patreons doing all that. Do not get me wrong. That is definitely out there a lot online. But there is a lot more. I mean, I know some pretty respectful women, dude. Some of my real-life friends will quit. One of my good real-life friends who I've gone and gotten drinks with not even that long ago, Ludwig is like a paralegal. like, I can't even say this. Hopefully no one in my Twitch stream ever sees it, because I definitely did hang out with that girl. There's a running bit that basically she texted me and I never actually responded to her. I definitely did not for quite some time, but anyway, I had a little bit of time off of Twitch. So I was like, hey, yo, what's up? Anyway, regardless, so like some of these women I know are in like very, very high-end actual business. Like they're doing good stuff with their lives. They also want to settle down, find a man, and kind of just be a little bit more of like the off-stream world. The streaming world, Twitter world, Twitch world, dude, I'm going to tell you guys right now, there is a lot of girls out there doing OnlyFans, whatever. You could have your own thoughts and opinions on that, sure. But a lot of the girlies out here definitely did not like this take. A lot of people didn't like it. I can agree with Asmongold on some things. This one, I do kind of feel like maybe this is me being a simpy simp. Maybe I'm trying to get my VTuber love. I don't know, whatever it might be. But I mean, I don't know. I've met some pretty good VTuber women. I've already had some women, like I said, message me and we talked about it. So I kind of got their opinions fresh in my mind. Saying AI takes prostitution soon with Bible-made cat girls. Why would anyone want to gamble with STDs? Baby, this is my one golden arc to go and find a wife finally, dude, is that like when everyone's just out here just banging some like cat girls, like robotic cat girls or something, I don't know, I could finally go and find some nice sweet girl who just like reads books and who's like not insanely crazy left but not insanely crazy right, like she just wants to go bowling or something, bro, and like have a flower garden. That is the key, dude. That is the key right there. Although I don't really like talking to women romantically, I've kind of been on my own like grind arc myself. But still, like there should be like there's a vibe. Like I like real women, dude. Is that gonna be a hot take in 10 years from now? The AI discussion, everything else. I even made a tweet right now talking about this like the Joel person. I put this up on Twitter or whatever, dude, too, as well. Like on top of this, I don't know, dude. It's just like I was making some tweet and I was being like, hey, dude, like this guy's like, I don't care about if anyone uses any AI in any level at all. I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because you have like PlayStation, Xbox doing it. I mean, like if you want to stick with it, go for it. I don't know. Like we'll see where AI kind of goes in the world. Well, I truly do not know, but we'll figure it out over time. Like we'll figure it out. But some people are actually disagreeing with this. VTubers disagreeing with this too as well, saying, what does Emaru think about your belief that women should be a mother or only a prostitute? It's only if either or. Now, maybe Asmongold's being facetious and he's trying to kind of make it more of a broad take for discussion. I don't know. But nonetheless, he said what he said. I totally disagree. Women have many important roles in the workforce. Prostitution's a low blow. And like that's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe he's kind of just more so just being out there. I don't know. Maybe it's just a take. But a lot of people are like kind of mad about this too. So like, wow, you're just really a massive morally bankrupt piece of... Like sometimes Asmongold's right, sometimes he's wrong, and I feel like this is where he leans a bit more on the wrong end. Maybe because I just have a lot of female friends, had moms that work super hard, you know what I mean? Like you could do both. Like my mom was a great worker. No, I don't really want to bring in Asmongold's mom into this at all. You know, if anything, I feel bad that he lost his mom. Like I truly do. Like I feel bad for the guy. But my own mother was a very hardworking lady, you know, like a single mom for quite some time, took care of me. I have a big respect for women, dude. At the end of the day, because I saw it with my own hands. You know, my goal would be to retire my mom. If I ever could, I would love that. So why don't we just actually judge people in the workforce on merit instead of gender? If you say it's true, women will be let go anyway, right? And like, just a lot of people are kind of like, what's going on with this? Or as a double X chromosome haver, I've never seen pretty much ever like, what? You know what I mean? So anyway, so some people are kind of calling this out and being like, whatever. Some people are agreeing. You know, there's a lot of favorites. It kind of just depends on your vibe. It's not the biggest deal. But honestly, it kind of got a little crazier. Because there's a VTuber over here, this person, obviously don't say anything mean to them at all, but saying, hopefully once you're no longer relevant, you can go back to doing what you do best, being alone in your disgusting home where you got your mother killed due to neglect. Like, ooh, like, dude, that's mean. Ooh. Ooh. You know? So obviously a lot of people out here are like being like, he what? And then they said he let his mother smoke while she was on oxygen. She actually almost caught the house on fire and he let her continue while her health deteriorated. Like, dude, people were like, dang, dude. Oh my gosh. And obviously a lot more people are chiming on it. Now, I don't really like when things escalate to that extremisms. I do think like kind of roping in someone's dead mother, little far, but that's Twitter for you. I don't know, man. I don't know. People get a little feisty on Twitter. You know, they goalpost, they gaslight, they do everything you can. You know, it's a little weird. But here's other people saying we cannot be serious. It's talking about corporate jobs, more women in administration, HR, etc., to easily be replaced with AI, like I said. But Asmon is responding to address all women in the workplace. Those jobs were necessary when they're first needed. Now let's talk about literally any other field of work where it is male dominated at the risk of AI takeover. Programmers, coders, logistics, long distance drivers, truck drivers, data analysts. AI job replacement doesn't discriminate against gender. Men are at risk too. Yeah, I would agree. Actually, yeah, this good take. Yeah, I agree. You can make an argument for corporate workplaces as being too bloated, but the solution to reduce women to service services for men is a choice of thinking. You could have turned this into a productivity conversation with the platform and reach you have, but instead decided to make inflammatory messaging about women specifically. And dude, the girlies are not happy with this. I mean, if I was a girl, dude, and I saw this, I'd be like, yeah, wait, what am I doing? Like, I have a job, I'm a streamer in the same industry. I'd agree. Now, is it one of those issues where I'm going to be like, oh my God, time to cancel Asmongold? No, I mean, whatever. It just, you know, people say their tweets and whip out their phones and say whatever. But this was ramping people up. You know, on top of that, like you see this, like, yeah, hopefully after this is all over, women can go back to doing what they do best, being a mother or a prostitute. You know, you cannot be talking about fake jobs when the moment the power grid shuts down, you would be instantly of a useless eater or taken as a slave. Like, like some of the comments I see on Twitter, I'm like, what is going on? Now, obviously, other people saying what a freak, dude, but some people are saying this guy is writing facts. You know, while this almost 40-year-old guy clinging on to what's left of his hair, who never leaves his house and lives online, says edgy things, yawn. There's too many fake jobs. Guy whose job is gawking at other people's videos while wallowing in his own fit. Like, dude, like, geez, people are mean, dude. Did you wash the dishes today, Asmongold? Did you take a shower? Can't believe people actually watch this, guys. You guys can see a lot of people are kind of against this, dude. You know, F anyone who thinks like this. We used to beat up people for saying things like this. There's a lot of people online, like, conveniently ignoring the fact that men made it more dangerous for women to be prostitutes, like Asmon is advertising here when they heavily stigmatized and criminalized prostitution in the early 1900s. You know, you learn something new every day up on Twitter. You know what I mean? Also, conveniently ignores the fact that median salaries have stayed roughly within 5% each year, while calls for goods and services are steadily increasing. The housing market is ever increasingly squeezing. Average Americans out of ever being able to purchase a home. Dude, my only life goal my entire life is to have a nice wife, a nice, kind, considerate wife, and a nice paid off home so we can go and like just do anything we want. That's literally my true goal here in my life. So once again, thank you anyone who subbed or just watches my stuff. That's all I kind of care about at the end of the day. Like, these topics are fun, a little bit clickbait, if you will, but like I'm kind of just like more reacting. Like I got a bag of chips next to me, just like reacting to this drama. On top of that, more job market struggles, rising healthcare costs, a bitch. General cost of living inflation, where the extra $17K coming from for women to just suddenly afford to stay home and be mothers and not contribute to a household income, is generally one of the most factually and empathetically unsupported takes I have ever seen from Asmongold. I'm telling you, some of the VTuber girlies are not happy with this. And also saying, like, content creators have no room to talk about this with their fake jobs. We literally are in the arts, entertainment, and the least useful of jobs, easily replaced with AI. It's a great fun or hobby, but it's the most replaceable job ever. Or how I know, sleep alone, knowing all these men will die alone, be eaten by rats. Like, you guys are seeing a lot of these VTubers are kind of against it. I will be fully honest, I do think this is kind of a rough take. It was worded poorly. I'm not a big fan of it too as well. You know, it's just at the end of the day, it's just people like, it's just like, we know women. I know some great women. I know some smart women. I have some women business partners. I have built businesses with women. So not just, you know, not they're only just there for their holes, you know. I feel like I sound like one of those simpy men where it's like, you know, women matter, but like, it's just living by experience. I just don't think I agree with this take too. Like, maybe I'm one of those rare guys where I actually enjoy working with women as long as they're like, act like they're locked in. Like, there's billions of women out there. You can definitely find some that are pretty good. But I also don't mind if someone's a mom. I don't mind if someone's a stay-at-home mom. I don't mind if someone's a stay-at-home girlfriend because you somehow roped in a dude making a bunch of money. You go sip on wine and watch TV all day. If that's what works for you, that's chill with me. It doesn't affect my life. That's kind of usually my mentality for this all. But some people out here are actually pretty upset about this all. Too, I'm going to throw him Mtashed. I like Mtashed. I remember this dude back from the Destiny days. I think right now he kind of retired. He used to do a lot of Genshin stuff. You guys might know him. I don't know. A little bit of like vibes with tectone too for a little bit, maybe for the drama sphere. I know him mostly from the Destiny vibes, like with like Mr. Fruit and all them. I've always liked Mtashed. I always thought this guy was a decent dude. So anyway, when it comes to this stuff, number one, he had made a video. We're going to watch this video. Why not? Because he like to sit here over here. But he's also been calling him out. You know, it's crazy how much reach this mentally ill gamer has. This guy is roping on up for it. It's crazy because if you point out how much of a loser this guy is, you get called jealous. Guy lives alone in filth with rotting teeth and roaches despite being a multi-generational wealth millionaire. So this is kind of an intriguing take for me because I could disagree with Asmongold's take, but I do kind of feel like it goes a little bit on like, hey, bro, you're a loser. But if he thinks he's a loser, he thinks he's a loser, you know, I whatever. But obviously he's got a little attention over here, some quote tweets too. People be like, get him. On top of this, you know, I don't know. They kind of bring up some of the other drama, like old school drama with like tectone and hacks just roped that into is whatever. And he's basically saying because he's acting as if women are brainless, useless, less than humans, it's brain dead. And people are kind of agreeing on this too as well. So he's saying that will happen to Western countries after the de-dollarization is complete. You'll be lucky if Canada remains independent at that time. But some people, is this the real? No, this is not the quartering. I was like, is this like a new account? I thought I deleted stuff. But somewhere someone's saying your extra chromosome R word, and he just says, I'm sorry for you too. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Like, people just kind of call us out too as well. Using gamer as a derogatory while being a gamer sure is a choice. Anyway, are you upset because you get left out, or you want to be a cook or prostitute? Like, what's the issue? You can actually address what he said, just say my roaches. All that yapping yet you still did not say he was wrong, going straight for the personal insults you already lost. Which is intriguing. This person always kind of said that they're a centrist, but I don't think they're a centrist at all. I think they lean towards red. Like, I think a true centrist is me kind of being like, yeah, I kind of, like, you kind of sometimes have to take a step back on this one. I think I actually agree with Mtashed on this one. So he made a few different tweets and comments. It's also, this is a light drama. Like, I'm not going to unfollow Asmongold. I don't even watch any of these streamers. I just kind of throw my take anyway. But, like, yeah, they could have doubles down. Guys, Asmongold clean his room and fix his teeth. He let bleed and rot off his mouth. He is good, mentally stable too now. I always love how petty everyone is online. Anyway, so young men are cooked because some of the most successful and famous people online influencing them are giving them terrible advice. Young men without role models are being indoctrinated and led astray by people that most of society would view as losers. If you bring this up, you're weak, a cuck, a loser, or jealous. So he makes a whole video. Let's go watch the video. But anyway, dude, you gotta just respect women, man. Like, it probably sounds like it's such a cheesy, like, virtue signally take, or like, I want the VTubers to approve of me take. I really genuinely don't care. Like, I truly, like, at some point I will be off the internet. I will never interact with anyone on YouTube or Twitch. I've worked for like 13 years. My goal is to be in a cabin in the middle of nowhere with like a dog and just be off the grid, off the internet, off AI. I don't care. Yeah, like, I'll use AI or something. I don't know, whatever. It's fine. But like, my end goal is to not be online. Like, not for a while. I want to keep making content. I'm having a lot of fun with this channel. Thank you guys for watching. But like, that's the end goal here. But this is kind of true. Like, you do have to respect women. If you want to have a good, well-respected girl, you want to be able to go and respect women back, because that also be a woman who wants to elevate you and make your life better. You want to work, you want to grow together. Like, it's very easy to go and kind of like live in the incel life, I guess, if you want, but still. So anyway, let's go and see what Mtashed has to go and say, because people are obviously still talking about him. He was pretty accomplished. I think he's kind of retired at this point. Made a bunch of Genshin videos. I do kind of respect him. I don't know why he self-insert himself in the Asmongold drama, but it made me a YouTube video, so thank you. Shout out to you, Mtashed. Shout out to you, my bud.
I feel very sorry for young men in the world, because I feel like they are genuinely being indoctrinated by some of the worst people possible. Misogynistic, genuinely stupid people. Because they're successful, because they are popular, because they've got money.
It's intriguing because I do kind of think Asmongold's actually kind of smart, but I think it's the morals that are different from other folks. You know what I mean?
Money, and
like,
unfortunately, if you speak up about this stuff, you are woke. You are a cuck. You are a loser. You are jealous. And even earlier today, I dunked on Asmongold for his post. There was a post he said, too many fake jobs were invented to create artificial parity between men and women in the workforce. So he's automatically arguing men and women are not equal. We essentially just made up jobs so that the women could play along and feel better. And then says AI fixes this problem because it disproportionately...
AI is going to be adjusting a lot of stuff. I keep on seeing crazy takes with AI. No one knows where AI is going to go. So it's really weird for people to be making like these kind of crazy grandstances everywhere. For like on the generative AI people in the VTubing world, you don't know where it's going to go. You're stupid. Like, let it lay out. Go like do research more over time. Or even kind of a take like Asmongold. Like AI, like we don't really know where AI is going to fix and adjust and change. It can, it probably will. So I'm not against him saying that, but it's kind of like we almost have to sometimes maybe take a step back and see.
Is affecting women-led jobs and industry type things, saying that women are replaceable. And then he says, hopefully after all this is over, women can go back to what they do best, being a mother or being a prostitute, insinuating that that is all women are good for, being a mother.
I do also want to chime in, dude. I've had managers, more so I had a CEO. I was working in like a board of directors for a company, and I had a CEO who was the biggest dipshit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, men end up in these positions too. If you've ever actually built a company, had real life experiences for it all, yeah, you sometimes just get absolute idiots. Or like people probably know like just that bad manager, giving you bad hours, making you work closes to date, like opens. It's just like you get those idiots too that you can clearly just have a personal assistant AI agent do this all for you. So it is also men. I think that's the big issue is both men and women will be affected by this, probably potentially very negatively. So it's just weird that he's focused more on like the hyperfixation of the girls and bringing the girls down.
Or a prostitute. Now, my wife is an incredible mother. She is amazing with my children, and I'm so blessed that she is the mother of my children. But she's also insanely smart, works in a pharmacy, and has so many talents that to call her just a mother is a joke.
He's standing up for his wife. You gotta respect it. And that's the big thing for a lot of these conversations is it's all based on like your personal life, your personal like experience. This dude's married, talking about how much he loves his girl. Like I quite literally had women to me before this, VTuber women talking to me about like, yeah, like it makes them feel bad because they do a lot. Like some of these VTubers are more experienced and like more successful than I am. So it's kind of hard for me to go and say, oh, you're just literally a hole because, dude, like you're doing better than me. Like in some instances, you know what I mean? Or like they've been around the block or have their own life experiences, or some women can't even have kids. Like, yeah, it sounds like definitely like a virtue signal, but like, dude, like I'm just living by my own experience. I just know a lot of women that have done a lot of good stuff.
And to get this type of comment from Asmongold is embarrassing, and to accept that as the truth is embarrassing. And not enough people will talk about this. But
yeah, it's kind of true. No one's actually really bringing this up besides him, so I kind of respect him for doing it. Like some of the VTuber girlies, yeah, but he's like one of the first men I saw that kind of stood up for this. I kind of respect Mtashed for that. Even on the fact if you guys disagree while watching this video, or maybe you guys are Asmongold fans, you guys don't like this take, I just feel like I just know some good women. That's pretty much like my only kind of insert over here. And I'd hope you guys would be like, yeah, there's some cool women who do some cool shit too. Like, I mean, like, I hope this is like a really easy take for everyone. But like, yeah, dude, like it's, I don't know, maybe it's just based on your experiences. I just know a lot of really great girls, dude.
About this, I dunked on him a little bit. I said, it is crazy how much reach this mentally ill gamer has. I said that it is crazy because if you point out how much of a loser this guy is.
But see, the thing is, he's gonna take it a little personal. I mean, if he thinks he's a loser, I'm not gonna, whatever. This is a gossip channel. Say whatever you want, buddy. Like, whatever. But like, you know, it's gonna be a little bit more on like, you know, like say like a good example, someone could be like, hey, wealth doesn't matter for Asmongold. Like some people actually respect him for that. Like he could be living in a mansion, driving Lambos, and he's still just going to Wendy's and stuff. Like some people do respect that, like this, the reality of who he is, you know?
You are called jealous. I am called jealous. People.
Although it's funny because Mtashed, I think, is a multi-millionaire. He's also retired. He's kind of done his content grind. So like it is like he does have a little bit of the respect for someone who is familiar with this guy. Like he did, like he's done the grind, dude. Like he proved himself on the grind.
Are dunking on me because I roasted this guy. The guy lives alone in filth with rotting teeth, cockroaches, and despite being this multi-generational wealth millionaire, this guy's probably worth 50 mil. I don't even know how much he's worth. It may be even 100 mil. He lives in such a disgusting hoarder-like environment, or has for so long, that it's hard not to question his sanity. And when you bring this up, it's like, well, you wish you had millions of dollars. Brothers, I wish that he didn't let the teeth rot from his mouth.
I can flex for Mtashed. This guy's probably a millionaire.
To the point that he would need surgery or to get his teeth fixed. I wish he didn't have cockroaches and rats in.
So I kind of respect him for not doing the low blow, dude. If anyone was calling me out, dude, and I was a millionaire, and like they're like, yeah, bro, you wish you were a millionaire, I'd be like, I am, bitch. Like, what up, dude? So if anything, respect to Mtashed, dude. Dude, respect to him, man. I'll say it for you, dude.
Infesting his house. And yes, he might have cleaned it, but to get to the state that he was in, he has to be so mentally ill. I feel sorry for the guy.
Asmongold got some mental illness. Like, I think almost everyone probably would know that. Like, it's just unavoidable, but whatever.
I'm not jealous of Asmongold. I hope that he can get help. If that makes sense, you know, I think you have a brain. If it doesn't make sense, then I think we're going to be lost no matter what. But the amount of comments in here that are either defending the guy or calling me a loser, it's frightening because I know that these are the people.
Who the F are you?
That I'm worried about.
Same question. Dude, I like whenever streamers like unleash their filter, dude. I love it. I love it, dude.
These are the people that I know have been affected by this. And I want to segue away from Asmongold because, you know, he's successful.
No. Keep going.
Successful. He has a lot of money, and that is appealing to young men. But there's another one that I want to talk about, Clavicular.
Oh, he's throwing Clavicular, dude.
Clavicular is a guy that is blowing up everywhere. Clavicular
has been paying bots everywhere. It's kind of AstroTurf, let's be honest, but whatever, yeah, true.
Is just everywhere right now. And I know that young men...
Should I go on a looksmaxxing era, chat? Should I go do that? Like, I've been kind of being a little bit of like a weird depresso dude for a little bit, but I've kind of getting my spark back for a while. Should I like get back on the workout grind? I'm kind of down. I almost feel like I want to do my VTuber debut and then like don't show my face for a few months and then like come back and have like a mustache and like lose like 20 pounds.
In junior high and high school, some of the content that they see from this guy is appealing. It's hard not to look at, you know, a picture of this guy's place and be like, whoa, I want that. and to look at his jawline, or a video of him kissing women and being like, yeah, I want that as well. But you have to
Hormones are a crazy, crazy thing.
understand what you are actually looking at here. Should you take life advice? Should you take looksmaxxing advice from someone that is so unconfident in their own skin that they would take a hammer to their own face? I just want you to listen to what he says here.
When you wake up every single morning and you take a look in the mirror, you're 100% satisfied with every single thing. Is that what
I was expecting the Clavicular like segue, but here we are.
you're telling me?
Yeah, more or less.
This guy's brain is short-circuiting because he can't understand that Andrew is okay in his own skin. He doesn't care if he's the best-looking guy, the tallest guy, the strongest guy. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. And if he wants to change some things about himself, if he wants to go to the gym more or some of these things, he can. And he cannot. It's up to him what he wants to do. But at the end of the day, Andrew obviously does not care what he looks like and is confident in the person that he is. And this clavicular guy cannot accept that. He can't understand that. And young men are getting looksmaxxing advice.
It's kind of weird because I don't want to be like, oh, I like love this Clavicular guy, because I genuinely don't care. Like they come every now and then. I think it is actually a nice vibe to understand that you should look nice. You should present yourself well, like dress nice, look good, smell good, and that does help out with women. Like that is actually an objective fact. Surgeries if you really want to, I guess, but I'm kind of with Mtashed in this one. Like you don't always have to have a surgery to like make yourself look better. And even for me, like, dude, I just talked about how I want to work out and lose weight. I'm not happy with myself, but that's just because I need to go and do it. You know, I'm just being a little lazy. I'm making YouTube videos. I got like a bag of chips next to me, you know, just hanging out. I'm gonna probably go and like, I don't know, like I'm just vibing with my life right now. I'm enjoying myself for what it is. But I kind of want to get back in the workout grind, try to get myself a bit better again, because I've been focusing a lot on like just business stuff. You know, it happens. So like, it does treat it like something's good. Kind of show like there are some very superficial women out there. Like some of these things are actually good to know. But you have to take it all with a grain of salt. It's not like a Bible. It's not like a gospel. Like it is good to know that some women will be very superficial. Some women will only like you for your looks, so how much money or like status you have. But in theory, those aren't really the women you want, because those aren't your ride or dies. Those aren't the women who are going to marry you, like probably. And if they do, like when if the times go hard, they might leave you. I mean, those are good things we have to always know. There's like many different dynamics and different people and different urges and what people want. Like if you just want to go get some and get some poontang or something, yeah, you might want to live the look max life and go to clubs and hit up with these girls and like I don't know, like just be whoever. But if you want like a wife or a partner, it's slightly different. I don't know. I think the more of the story is there's like so many different women out there, and AI is going to change the world a lot. So it's really hard to go and see like where it's going to go. It's almost like this weird limbo.
They're being told to smash their face in with a hammer from someone that was kicked out of school, has admitted to doing methamphetamine in all descriptions, in all dictionary breakdowns of what a loser is. Clavicular is a loser. I would never want this to be an idol of any person in my life. If my son told me that...
Yeah, if I had a kid and my kid was like, Dad, look at Clavicular, why don't you look like him? I'd be like, okay, get out of my house. I'd be like, who are you? Or like the Andrew Tate. Some of the, they do have the occasional rare take. Same with the Asmongold too. They do are sometimes right. But it's one of those things you always have to expand out your circle of opinion and kind of take what relates the best to you. And like you figure it out yourself. And that's how I think always life should be. You should always at least somewhat, unless they're just an absolute like retard, go and always like to kind of consider what people have to say. Consider what people will do, but you shouldn't always blindly believe in people. And sometimes you also have to remember that people can and will oftentimes be wrong, or it's based on their own past experiences.
He idolized or thought Clavicular was a smart person, a good person, was helping people. I would be very worried. I would be very concerned. But if I say that, I will get attacked by this guy's audience.
Yeah, he was actually kind of getting attacked for, you know?
It's a weird...
Although Mtashed kind of threw the blow first, to be fully honest, but he's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I like that he was standing up for himself. I like that he's talking about this. You can see his stance is pretty good. I respect him for it.
It's a weird situation to be in, because if I warn you about the dangers of people like Andrew Tate, of Clavicular, of Asmongold, of these things, I am viewed as weak. I am viewed as woke or a loser, or I am a sheep. And it's frustrating when someone like myself wants to extend the olive branch and I want to try to at least open your eyes to it. I am viewed as the problem. It's not the guy that lives in a roach-infested house. It is not the guy that took a hammer to his own face. It is not the guy that has to pay women to spend time with him in his mansion because he's such an insufferable douchebag. It's me. That's the problem.
He's calling him out. He said the D word. He's calling him out. I don't mind if he stands by his words. I always say I respect anyone who stands by their words.
The tough thing is, even though I'm an arguably successful dude,
It's a good,
I've got a wife, I've got kids, I've got beautiful relationships with my family and friends. I've retired at 33 years old. I succeeded online and offline. I take care of myself pretty good. I'm not the most jacked guy out there, but there's a lot of things that I think would be role model worthy for young men.
Okay, Mtashed. Okay. He's not. People do respect him a lot.
And to look at.
I can give him the vouch.
I was a father at 17 years old. I was scared out of my mind being a high school student who was about to have a baby and become a father, and I buckled down, I worked my ass off, and I took care of that boy.
Good job.
I am proud of the man that I am.
Good job.
But if I call out these degenerates, I am viewed as weak. I am viewed as less than, because I might not have as many views online, and maybe my jawline isn't quite as sharp. And the unfortunate thing is when you argue with someone online or when you tell someone that they're wrong, in a lot of cases, they dig in their heels and they double down. They will dig in and be stubborn and fight it. And if I call these people out, it's a vicious circle.
Dude, some people online are fucking horrible people, dude. Like, they just cannot be wrong. Or they can't see, like, another side, or like famous saying of, like, agree just to disagree. For some odd reason, people online don't want to ever see the other side. That's kind of why I think I actually am a pretty true centrist, because I can kind of see everything. Like, I can kind of see Asmongold trying to get more so between, like, the lines and be like, yeah, these values have kind of maybe been overstated a little bit, but I would also say same for men. And then also for, say, Mtashed, like, you can try to be like, hey, like, what I respect in a person is, like, having a close family, connections, like, you know, like, care about your family, your wife. And maybe Asmongold's more on, like, status and money. Like, there's different people who have different goals, same with the Clavicular. So I think it's always nice to have the wide perspectives of everything and, like, figure out what is fine-tuned to yourself. Like, if I ever want to critique him, this is a very light critique, I don't really care that much. But, like, if you ever want to say for Mtashed, for him, like, he was kind of maybe saying, like, he was almost kind of saying, like, I'm better than you from these other people. Well, maybe he thinks he is, like, because that's what he values, you know? But that's kind of why it stems into weirder stuff. Like, Clavicular, maybe he kind of cares about, like, how many women he gets. Like, people have different values for different stuff, and it's very generalized, if you will. I'm not saying it's bad at all. If anything, I like Mtashed. And also sometimes I think Asmongold's right, depending on the takes. But for this one, I do think that women are not just holes, and I do think women are, like, valuable. I have great women friends. I have great women in my life. I've been impressed by women, you know?
I probably won't sway anyone. Me talking about these things doesn't change anything, because a lot of the people are just going to say, I'm the sheep. I'm the sheep. I'm the woke one. And it's so frustrating. and kind of why I wanted to make this video is I am worried about young men, not because they've been influenced by these people initially.
I'm more worried about the dating scene, dude. Whenever I've tried to actually generally date a woman, dude, my dating pool, not the best. Dude, for some odd reason, I attract a lot of dommy mommies, which some people are into. They scare me. That's what I get. A lot of dommy mommies approach me. Like, if I make a light joke, how I think I said throughout this video, of like, yo, hit me on up. Like, there will be women who actually hit me up. That's the crazy thing in the VTubing sphere. It's scary. I haven't really been looking for a girl for quite some time, but, like, you know, I talk around, maybe I float around a little bit, if you will. But as I go and I get that. I also get a lot of single moms, dude. Single moms always hit me up. Dude, no offense to single moms, don't hit me up. But some people will be, like, happy. Like, some people get mad at me for being like, I'm good. Like, some people just don't have luck with ladies, and they see me, like, turn down women or be like, let me talk to you for a while. Let me see what's up. And, like, let me like learn your vibe. Let me meet you. And then people are like, why would you not? Why are you not just, like, getting with this girl right this second? I don't know. It just, you know, it is what it is. Like, people have different values, different goals.
It's because I don't know how to uninfluence them. I don't know how to.
You don't have to. I think I've kind of learned, or at least I'm trying to learn more. You don't have to. Like, let people just, like, have their own thoughts, and, like, that's why it's kind of fun for this channel. Say what you want. You may agree with Asmongold, you may agree with Mtashed here. Like, you might be a woman and hate them all. Like, it's the fun stuff.
Get them to take the olive branch and actually accept the help.
Like, some people are not worth saving,
when videos
bro.
like this get made, a lot of bad faith arguments start happening.
Also true, though.
when I make this video, people start saying, well, a lot of these guys are just championing to be more healthy, to be stronger, to go to the gym. What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that.
Well, it's kind of weird that he's still talking about Clavicular. He just roped them on in, but say Asmongold, I just don't like that he didn't, like, some women are dope. Like, I mean, I've seen some good hardworking women. That's pretty much my stance.
There's nothing wrong with that. You should go to the gym. It's great for your stamina. It's great for your mental health. It might make you feel more confident. You're going to be strong.
You'll live
and in
longer,
some cases, you might be able to work a job that you otherwise couldn't. Whether it's construction or something like that, maybe you need an initial bit of strength to make it in this world. I am not arguing against that. But you also don't need to hate women while doing it.
Yeah,
you don't need to be misogynistic while doing it. You might want to.
There's only one woman we dislike here in this channel. And I think you guys probably know who it is. Other than that, like, we like women, dude.
Look better. That's fine. Get a haircut. Shave or don't shave. You know, do things that make you feel confident, good about yourself.
Buy new clothes.
If you then ask a woman out and she declines you, don't hate the woman and become this incel.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is a lot of these content creators, they give you one piece of good advice and then there's a little bit of an incel comment. Here's a misogynistic comment. I'm just going to sprinkle that
I like women. Like, women are pretty dope. I will always stand by this in my channel. I don't mind saying that.
in as well. And that's where it gets lost. And that's where people kind of glaze over it and they don't realize that the stuff that they're getting fed is damaging them and it is damaging their kind of prospects in their future. When you see someone that's successful, it's hard not to idolize them in some way or question, well, if I'm not that successful and this guy is, he must be doing something right. And they are doing many things right, I'm sure. You don't get to that point if you're not successful. But a lot of the most successful people out there are the most narcissistic and psychopath.
On Twitch, dude, these people are crazy. That's why I don't want to be a Twitch streamer, dude. These people are nuts. People on Twitch are literally, they would do anything to go get money from you. They do anything, dude. That's why a lot of VTubers are scary people, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you guys, like, as viewers, as people, whoever you are, as another content creator watching this video, dude, be careful. There are so many people who will literally go and throw you in the pit of lava just to get a little bit of clout off you. It's not good. Don't do it.
Thick and bad people. Most billionaires exploit people. It just, you can't make $1 billion without exploiting people. It's impossible.
This guy's very woke. That's a joke. But it is kind of true. You have to have like a certain moral mindset to like be like, I want to take advantage of people, I want to grow. I don't really think capitalism's that bad. But there's a point, like, to become a billionaire, you gotta do a lot. You gotta min-max a lot.
Possible not to. Okay? And I think that the whole world is in this weird place where it is
very weird.
Fighting. It is just, instead of me making this video and someone saying, you know what, maybe thanks for like kind of opening my eyes to this. Thanks for maybe shedding some light on this.
Yeah, so some dudes probably insulted him in the comments. Like, let's actually go look. I never looked. Let's see. Let me see. Is anyone just being mean? Advice from white knights will help nothing. Yeah, some people are just like calling him out already, dude. Big respect for you, Mtashed. I see you take a stance in this climate. Hopefully the dog pile you're getting now doesn't dissuade you. Own call your old buddy Tectone while you're at it. Consider he's a and oh my god. I publicly announced him a year ago. You've only opened a trap. That reminds me, brother, he got whipped, and now you get the same treatment. Put you and Aswin in a trench in warfare. Aswin would make it out, and you would be pissing your pants. So I love being like just the random outside person. This loser cuck got bad because Aswin has a 10x better grasp than reality then. He's so butthurt that Aswin ratioed him in a tweet. Oh, did Aswin go respond to him? That wasn't even about him? Oh, it wasn't about him. That he's throwing personal insults at Aswin to try and defend his uneducated and ill-informed grasp on reality. He is so washed up and has been unwashed up ever since his break from Weeb Slop, and his career is falling off harder than Ben Shapiro. Dude, people are so mean online. Saying a role model is indoctrination, just an FYI. You should never idolize an individual. Did you really criticize Aswin for accepting himself and then turn around and criticize Clav for not accepting himself? How could he be so insecure without an amazing wife that's done everything right? I'm not gonna watch your video, but I just based on the caption, I already know what it's about. Thanks to figures like Andrew Tate, my life improved drastically on all levels. Like, guys, you need a mixture of everything. You need a little mixture of everything in your life and kind of pick out whatever you have to learn. You have to like open books. You have to read. You have to go and like get more outside perspectives and then fine tune it to your own life. Because I think Mtashed has actually said some nice things out here. Like, if you ever want to have a wife, you can't be an incel. Like, you actually have to like women, yep. You know what I mean? You have to respect women enough to actually want them to, like, you know, get with you and talk with them. But at the same time, you also can't be like a walking board. You can't go and like be ooh is me. I'll do everything for my wife. Because then women also won't respect you. Like, no one wants to just have a doormat. There's a lot of balances in life. Like, there are some things that Asmongold or Clavicular will actually go and say that are actually right. And if you think they're 100% wrong, that's an issue. But the issue is that sometimes they will say things wrong, and you have to be able to go and admit that out there and publicly state that, because if you can't form your own opinion and you're always just based on whatever other content creators or people out there will go and say, then, well, there you go. Then they're just literally a sheep at the end of the day. So I don't really know why Mtashed got involved over here, but I like Mtashed. I think he was trying to be like, hey, just take everything with a grain of salt, and hey, like, maybe try to make sure you take. You could have said it a little bit nicer. He definitely was calling him out, but he's just trying to be like, hey, like, find a role model that you really like and find the people that you really like and go from there. And at the end of the day, I do think Asmongold, at least in his first part, AI will replace some jobs for both men and women. They're also in the corporate work phase. There's a lot of jobs that are really could be automated very easily. HR managers, personal managers, you know, even marketing teams, a lot of this stuff will be most likely phased out very quickly, and that will lead towards its own issues and problems. But I do also think women are more than just holes and more than just either a mom or someone who sells their body online. Maybe in Asmongold's circle, yes, but outside, dude, like if you talk to women, you can have a very nice conversation with a great girl out there if you just ever give it a shot. So I guess one takeaway is kind of learn and take everything with your own grain of salt. And of course, as well, like, women are more than just holes. But if they want to be a mom, and they want to have a job, they want to do whatever, you got to respect it. You don't have to consume it. You don't even have to like it. Just respect it enough to be like, yeah, okay, fine, do your thing, girl. But maybe that's my take. Maybe a little bit of soft boy, you know, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm a white knight, who knows? But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. On Twitter and Twitch as well down below, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching.